Greetings, flesh wound horror freaks, and welcome to a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Horror. We are live, fresh from the theater. I am Daniel Shine.
Some of us.
I'm Daniel Shine. That's producer Todd Loya.
Good evening.
Puggs Dread, who I believe is our couch dweller for this film.
Namaste. I am not on a couch, but sure.
Well, you were. I assume.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to get up, but yeah, I'm here.
And Mike Kruger.
What's up, you sick motherfuckers? And yeah, I'm a couch roller with Puggs tonight, I guess.
Were you the Black Shadow?
I guess that's what he calls your people now.
Gotcha. Couch monkeys.
I meant you watched it on HBO Max. Damn.
That was not clear at all, but yes, I was
How
one of
was
those.
that not clear?
I thought you meant the Black
theater.
Ghost that's just, or the Black, whatever.
I led with theater. How it was a direct lead in?
Oh.
Creating things. God damn it.
Yeah, like Puggs was paying attention.
Everybody should pay attention. To me.
I figured out why Puggs said what he said earlier about we should have waited till Wednesday. But I'll wait and see the comment.
Oh, okay. Well, so guys, we're here tonight to review Malignant, the new James Wan horror film. And we'll get right into it. And if you're unfamiliar in this film, Madison is paralyzed by shocking visions of grisly murders, and her torment worsens as she discovers that these waking dreams are in fact terrifying nightmares. All right, so however we watched it, we all just watched it, so this will be a fresh take.
Puggs was up late last night.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
I saw it at 12:01. Also, these fucking people need to start releasing it at 12, not 12:01. That's annoying as shit.
Gotta refresh, yeah.
Yeah, fuckers.
Well, HBO Max,
I'm one of your biggest flag wavers. Don't piss me off.
Just give me that Thursday at 7 p.m. showing, you assholes. I don't want to have to wait to see it.
What movie came out at 4 o'clock? Suicide Squad. That was the shit. Do that.
Yeah, because it was on Thursday, and then I saw to wait till 7, but whatever. I guess it's 7 East Coast.
Could have did what I did. I saw it at home, then I went to the theater and saw
I gotta experience it like completely focused the first time. We'll see how I do on Halloween if it doesn't come out Thursday at 7.
Well, I take it you're going to see that for the first time on the big screen.
That's my plan, but I'm saying if it drops on Peacock before, I don't know what I'll do. Because I'll tell you a quick. You know what? We'll see. It's a Halloween related thing.
All right, so
tis the season, Todd. Tis the season.
Well, just remind me at the end. Halloween 8.
No one's gonna remember. Okay,
I know.
Any fucking way. What are we talking about?
We are talking about Malignant. Kruger, what did you think of Malignant?
First thing I'll say is just going in, James Wan, you know, I haven't seen everything he's done. Like I've kind of fell off with the Conjuring stuff, but I do like Insidious. I love the first fucking Saw. I think that's a masterpiece.
Aquaman,
yeah, I just saw Aquaman. Really thought that was great. Dead Silence, another movie I really like a lot. So going in, like looking at the trailer, this didn't really seem like it was going to be anything fantastic. So I had reasonable expectations because I know James Wan, you know, he's got a good mind for this shit. First thing I'll say, movie looks great. I thought the cinematography and just the way stuff was shot was really awesome to look at. Some Argento-esque stuff with some of the chase scenes, and
that's the pitted for Puggs later.
Yeah. I thought all that stuff was actually really cool. The soundtrack too, and the sound design I thought was really fantastic. And probably one of the strongest things about the movie, honestly. As far as characters, I liked Madison, our main character. She was definitely easy to be sympathetic for, considering what she was going through with her douchebag boyfriend, and now having to deal, you know, with this entity and these murders happening. It definitely had me rooting for her to be okay. I also like the cop characters. There was something about them that reminded me of like characters where you get in like a Giallo or something. And to be honest, I got a lot of Giallo themes in this movie. The killer in this too, I really loved his supernatural element. I think that makes him, fucking what's amazing. I also thought, like, his look at first, it kind of reminded me of like Samara from The Ring a little bit, but obviously there's some big differences there that make him his own thing. And I also like this weapon of choice with that dagger thing he makes. I thought him making that thing was really badass, especially what it symbolizes. I mean, that was really fucking cool. The story with the opening scene, it had me like go, holy shit, we're in for a fucking ride tonight. And I was definitely excited to see what was in store for us. And it didn't take long to see the bloodshed start. So I was happy to see that. And I also just watched the whole thing, watching Madison see all these murders happening in her, dreamlike episodes, and then her slowly uncovering her connection to the killer. That was a lot of fun, and it had me just thoroughly entertained. And then the final act happens, and this movie just says, all right, I'm unapologetic as fuck. This shit's gonna get batshit as hell. And I fucking loved all of that. I mean, if there's one thing I'll say about this movie, it took some balls to do what it did. And I thought it worked perfect for me. It's not going to work for everybody. It's fucking ridiculous. And like I said, that shit insane. But I fucking loved it, man. Like I thought that was just such an awesome way to bring everything together. I wasn't expecting us to go fucking there. My mind kind of went somewhere else, and I'll tell you about that in spoilers. But yeah, I was so entertained by that final act. The only thing I wasn't crazy about was I didn't like the ending. I kind of wish it wasn't so wholesome. But fair enough. If we get a sequel, maybe that will rectify that. But the one thing I got to say that was really strong for this movie for me was just the effects and the kills. I mean, there is some CGI blood splatter, and there's definitely, CGI in here that isn't going to win an Academy Award, but fucking there is plenty of practical gore to fucking go around. There's some nasty fucking effects in here and some awesome practical effects. And honestly, one thing that we got was probably one of my favorite practical effects I've seen all year. I mean, it was fucking awesome. So overall, I thought this was really fucking fun. I think James Wan set out to make this batshit supernatural slasher with old school Giallo feel a little bit to it.
He actually said this was his like homage to Giallo.
Yeah, and I totally got that. And I think honestly, this movie set out to do almost everything it wanted to, and it just worked for me. It's one of my favorite movies I've seen all year. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's one of James Wan's best, but it's definitely up there. I would say maybe number 2 or number 3 for me as far as his films go in general. But it is fucking great. I say see it in the theaters. I saw it at home, and I'm kind of mad I did. I really wish I went to go fucking see it on the big screen. I probably will now, considering how much I love this one. And yeah, I recommend it, especially if you like batshit insane fucking movies. This is a must see if that's something that you have in your category of stuff that you love in film.
Yeah, I'm with you on like everything you said. This is gonna sound like I didn't like it, but okay, it's not really a Giallo, Neo Giallo, however you want to call a modern one. But there's so many elements. Like, why didn't you just give us like a goblin-esque score? And I would have fucking been hard as.
I mean, I thought there was some tracks in there that kind of hinted at something that.
Yeah, but
there
if
were
it,
spots, sure.
But if it,
the music was a little odd at times.
It was like Saw mixed with some old like Giallo style music. It was very jarring, but I'll save mine.
Yeah, it was no goblin score. But if you're gonna do it right. But other than that,
I think it was wrong.
I know, but I because they were doing everything, even the red and blue lights, very in Pug's favorite movie, Suspiria. Yeah. Oh, I popped hard when he put the fucking glove on. Is that a spoiler that he wore black gloves?
It's in the trailer, I think.
Okay.
I think. No, it's on the poster, right? Either way.
Yeah. Unless you're a Giallo fan, that means jack shit to you. So, but yeah, I did really like it. Like, See, most of my stuff's gonna have to save for spoilers because there was a point. Well, I just want to. My question is Dan, because I know he hates fucking hit you in the face messages. So I want to see what he thinks on this one.
Well, so first
Timely.
off, this is interesting. There's a benefit of going into a movie expecting one thing and then getting something completely different. This film is definitely that. I didn't look into it too much ahead of time. You know, I saw the trailer. Generic, could be anything sort of deal. I expected something along the lines of The Conjuring, you know, and it's definitely not that. I think a lot. This is going to have a lot of different opinions. If you're looking for that, I think you're going to be sorely disappointed. If you're looking for a traditional Giallo, as I think Todd was saying, yeah, you know, there's a lot more going on here, but certainly, yes, James Wan did say it's kind of his homage to Giallos. I would kind of describe this as, and I'll elaborate on this a little bit.
Yeah, that's the problem because like I want to
I'll-
give my answer if I think it was or wasn't, but it's like we can't tell spoilers. So
yeah, I'll say like it felt like this is just a small step away if they do sequels, that this will go the way of like the next modern day wisecracking like Freddy. I could totally see it. 'cause
and I'd watch the shit out of that.
It's
I want
it's
that.
I think it's
got potential for that for sure.
yeah, it's intentionally campy.
Yes.
You can tell. I mean, even in the beginning,
Yeah.
the way she delivers that line, "It's time to cut out the cancer." I mean,
Yeah.
the way she did it was
She
so
just needed the
Double
glove.
entendre.
yeah,
So Freddy.
so over the top. And,
Self-aware though, like that's what I liked
yeah.
about it, was that like even if you were just going in and didn't really understand the Giallo genre and how campy it could be, I understand why other people may like look at that and be like, yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Well, in general, audiences are not going to really spot most of that, and I do think they're going to be the ones that. Well, and I'm not saying like all horror fans are going to love it either, or all hardcore horror fans are going to love it either, because it's not scary at all. For me, it's not.
I can never tell.
I can see it being scary for some, but
maybe. I don't know if the seasoned horror fan like us are going to get that.
no.
unnerved
How
by
often
anything
are you
in that.
scared, dude?
Yeah,
But, well, there is the film that disturbed me recently, but you'll have to tune in to our
Understandably,
shows.
we'll talk about that later.
Well,
but-
damn it, Dan, you spoiled something for me. Then
No, you don't even know what this is.
I know what movie it is.
But it is kind of CGI heavy too. And it's lively. The third act, I mean, holy shit, it just explodes into pandemonium. And I was entertained by this. You know, is it a great film? Not exactly, but I also I don't feel like I've watched this 1,000 times. I'm glad I didn't just get like a really generic Conjuring ripoff.
See, I was thinking it was going to be more Insidious ripoff. Actually,
well, yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of where my mind went too when I saw the trailer. I was like, all right, this is going to just be like, my mind just went supernatural slasher, and while that is what we get, it's a lot fucking more to it. I'm so happy that I just went into this not knowing what the fuck like the realms that this fucking film is going to go into. I say, even if you watch the trailer, because I've probably saw this stupid fucking trailer like 50,000 times. I didn't think twice about this motherfucking movie, but I say and I'm a guy who likes some sick shit, and there's some sick shit in this, especially for a mainstream movie.
Yeah, it's a hard R. Like I said, if there's sequels,
not that hard, R.
Yeah, not that one.
if there's sequels,
Well.
if there's sequels, somebody's definitely getting killed with a Q-tip at some point. I think. I feel like that's coming, and I don't know. I'm okay with that. Like I said, there's a lot here to complain about, but I still had fun. It's CG, like I said, CG heavy. There's some.
But there's a lot of practical effects there too. Like that's the one. Like trust me, there's a lot. I got an eye for that shit.
I think the CG stuff that we're talking about, like the movement wise, I think that was an artistic choice.
It was fine. Like, I'm not saying I've certainly seen worse CG.
I think Kruger's talking more of the gore effects, which
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Am I wrong in
the visual stuff I was already expecting, because I mean that's the opening of the fucking trailer is, you know, her in her dream sequence and the, you know, the world's changing and shit. So like I kind of expected that, but the one thing that I wasn't expecting was all the practical gore, body horror, all that shit we got. Like, goddamn, I was not expecting that, and that was just a fucking treat for me.
Apparently, it's not a direct adaptation, but James Wan has a graphic novel called *Malignant Man*. Interestingly enough,
he said it's not connected.
Yeah, it's not connected.
He just likes
but
that word.
I'll check it out. I know the test screenings, apparently, like when Warner Brother did early test screenings, were a disaster, and they did not want to send this out to people.
Yeah, the embargo lifted the day of release, which is never really a good sign, unless it's like it's never really a good sign.
I think it's a case maybe of, I don't know. Like I said, I know my review's not glowing exactly, but I do think there's a certain element of not understanding it. I think he made the movie he intended to make, whether that's a good or a bad thing.
The marketing is like they purposely made it feel like one of his other ghosty supernatural movies.
100%. I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting another.
This movie only gets away with stuff because James Wan is guaranteed money on everything he does.
He's like, you want Aquaman too? This is what I want to make next.
He probably had just like blockbuster fatigue. You know, he's done the Aquaman, and what did he do? One or two Fast and Furious movies? I can't remember.
I know he did 7.
One.
Yeah, he just did 7.
So I think it was probably
$1 billion was actually $1 billion with Aquaman alone. So what do you want to do, Mr. Wan? Fucking knock it out of the park.
Right. It felt like a Drag Me to Hell situation where Sam Raimi was just like, all right, I just want to have fun again.
Yeah, well, but hey, man, I'm all for that. I mean, I love me some Drag Me to Hell, and fucking I love this. But what about you, Puggs? We're like 17 minutes in this motherfucker.
I know. Time out before Puggs dance up the room, because that's what I think is going to happen. I did want to throw one thing out that I didn't mention: the obvious Argento Tenebrae homage. When we're doing the overtop over the house through all the rooms.
Yep, I noticed that too.
And at first I was like, oh yeah, well that's an obvious homage. Then it kind of annoyed me because I was like, you can't do the master with fucking CG. He did that shit 100% practical through the house all the way around, so it became less impressive for me. It was still a cool homage, but yeah,
I forgive him for that. But right now,
I do too. But you see where I'm going with that.
Yeah. So I'm a big James Wan fan. I think he's fucking fantastic and so fucking brilliant. The movie looks great. He's definitely asking a lot from us to, buy into and just give some leeway. But yeah, I'm more on the lines with Dan. I did not love this film. I thought it was cool. I don't think it's worth seeing on the screen. Had I left the house for it, I probably would have been a little angry, actually. Yeah. There's parts though that I fucking love, and then there's parts in the middle where I'm like, this is not the James Wan I've come to love. Like everything looks great, but like you're normally better than this. And then he told me to shut up with that third act. So I'm like, okay, there it is. So like, I don't know. I don't love this. I don't think a lot of people will love it, but I don't hate it. And I do say it's worth watching, especially around Halloween time. Like, right now, 'tis the season. By all means, check it out. HBO Max, I think, is the perfect place for it to watch it at home. But like Kruger said, you may like it on the big screen.
I just for me, I think like some of the cinematography stuff and like the gore effects for sure. I need to see that fucking up close and personal.
Yeah.
Did you guys spot Zoe Bell?
Oh my God, what happened to her with her fucking mullet, dude? That took me out of the movie for a second. I'm like, what? She was so hot before. Whatever.
I was like, oh, women in prison? No.
Oh, no wonder.
It's funny. I got my Zoe Bell story. When we went to Vineland Drive-In to watch Grindhouse, there was a group of people like in the back of a truck, like having a great time. Well, I mean, we were in the car having the same, but it was funny because like we had a car on the whole time, so our car died. So like, fuck it, they're fucking partying. We'll go ask them for a jump. So it was Zoe Bell and like all of her friends from the movie. So
That's awesome. Fuck
Did they
yeah.
give you a jump?
yes, she gave us a jump.
Did she ride the hood?
Didn't think to ask that.
I would
Do you
give her my belt.
acknowledge? Do you acknowledge who she was?
Oh
or did you
yeah.
just-
So I was like,
Oh,
oh
okay.
shit, nice to meet you. So, and I'm sure it's because Quentin told her that, you know, that's the drive-in he always goes to when he goes to watch whenever his new movies come out. Because he hits like theater, drive-in. So it's probably how she knew about it.
Yeah, Mike Mendez was in there too. There were a few Patricia Velasquez, a couple semi-names.
I didn't
in there.
notice Mike Mendez.
I didn't either, but apparently he's in it.
Oh,
I think he might have been
cool.
on the hospital staff there. Or,
Okay.
there's a fairly high body count in a couple scenes. So
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of his film, so
yeah.
That's
I
cool.
also didn't care for the cop character, especially the lollipop lady. I'm like, you're just getting in the way. Like, let overactor here
See,
do his job.
for me, it put me with like stereotypical cop characters in Giallo. Like that's what I felt
Yeah.
like that's what they were going for.
Gotcha. Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, again, I think it's cool. I don't think I don't love it. It's just cool.
We're going to talk more about it openly
Yeah,
in
let's get
spoilers,
there.
but first let's rate it 0 to 5 stars. What say you, Kruger?
I am a 4.5 out of 5, and I would say honestly, now that I'm looking at James Wan's directing filmography, probably my second favorite James Wan film.
I won't go that far. One that was not mentioned, I know both me and Dan love, Death Sentence.
Yeah.
Oh, Death Sentence is badass, and
I've
and
never
that's the
seen
one
it.
nobody saw.
Ooh, you
It's
should
a
check
great,
it out.
yeah, great.
It's not
revenge
horror,
film.
but yeah, it's not horror, but
It's
a
brutal though.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a brutal revenge film.
John
It's-
Goodman being a fucking asshole too.
It's the Death Wish should have been. Isn't it basically a sequel book to Death Wish, though, if my memory serves?
Is it?
If I recall, it might have began its life that way, and I don't remember the whole story, but
It was
But
based
yeah,
off a book. Maybe
it- it's more authentic to Death Wish than the Eli Roth film we got. But
which I still
for
have
sure.
a shitload of fun with, as bad as it is.
I haven't seen it.
It's
Nope.
fine.
You
for
know
a-
what? We will do a non-flesh wound horror franchise show. We could do Death Wish because
I'm down. I love the first one. Jeff Goldblum.
Second one.
He's in the second one?
No, I like the second one a lot.
I was like, no, he's in the first one. He's one of you.
Well,
I-
again, why I prefer the second one.
Yeah.
Before we start talking about Death Wish, we could save that for whenever we do that.
Yeah.
So we should probably just hit the spoiler warning. Dan,
Oh, well, let's
We
finish
gotta
rating
rate it.
Oh,
first.
shit.
Rate it, yeah. Rate it, pimp the shit, and then we'll go with it.
Oh my god. Okay.
So Kruger gave it a 4.5. Todd, what say you?
I'm a 4.
Okay, I'm a 3.
Hey,
I
look
had
at that.
fun with it. Yeah, I mean, it's not a great film, and I don't know, like, am I going to watch it again anytime soon? Probably not. It is much better for me than Conjuring 3 or the last Annabelle film. It blew those out of the water.
Hey, leave Annabelle Comes Home.
Yeah.
Y'all need to revisit that.
It's dumb fun,
Yeah.
and yeah.
But he didn't direct Comes Home though.
No, well, I'm just saying, just as an
Yeah.
example,
I
what
know,
I
I
thought
just-
this was, I'd much prefer this over another Conjuring or Annabelle movie.
I was just throwing. Yeah, he didn't direct either. Actually, I was just throwing
Yeah.
that out there for people who thought we meant that.
I'm a 3. And I don't know if because I will watch it again, but I don't know if I'll like it more or if I'll like it less. But I don't know how soon I'll watch it either. Although it's on HBO Max, so I can watch it at my convenience.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again tonight.
Yeah?
Like,
Yeah,
Straight
I'm gonna
up.
probably watch it one more time too.
Cool.
Not tonight though.
Before we get into spoiler shit, my boy Lil Ghost just dropped a video that I directed, so please go check that out. There's a link in the description, correct, Todd?
Yes, on the YouTube.
All
one.
right.
Yeah.
I got
Yes.
a prop from it. He signed it. It's pretty cool. So
Nice. What kind of director are you? Or do you like throw tantrums and like smack people, or you know?
Unfortunately, I'm pretty cool.
Got to do it Hitchcock style.
I'm also a big guy, so don't fuck with me.
I just want to see like a Christian Bale tantrum from you at some
Oh, that will
point.
never come out of me. I'll just leave. Like, all right, do it yourself, fucking idiot. I'm out.
Well,
But
let's
no,
throw something.
Jim.
Or,
Yeah, I was
But-
horrible. Anything I've like done anything, even as a child. Yeah, I was the asshole. But if you think about it, it makes sense.
I can cop a dude, but no, I'm pretty good, which we will find out eventually. One day we'll shoot some shit. So
Yeah.
All right. So spoiler warning, guys. But before we get into that, be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Really helps us grow here on YouTube. So if you do that for us, we are very appreciative. And also patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. We have more content than ever coming up on there. So check that out. It all starts at $1. Uncensored stuff, exclusive shows, some I can't recall if it dropped yet, but we got a franchise show that's coming up there. We've got couple bonus shows that are going to go up, so you'll be getting a lot of content.
Did you mention Slashtober's return?
I am on, yes. Slashtober part 2 will be coming next month. We are very excited for that. Our tournament, if you're unfamiliar, you can go back and check out last year's Slashtober. It's always a good time, and fleshwoundfeatures.com.
And that will drop October 1st. I'm just putting it out there.
Yes.
Todd, can you throw up that Off the Grill podcast comment up top? I want to read that.
Yeah, let me just get back to comments.
I
know which one you mean. So.
For legal reasons, I need to address this for the show. Off the Grill podcast. Somebody tell Dan, let those kids out of the basement. Dan, let those kids out of the basement. And we can continue.
No, they might already be dead, Steak. I don't know. Never know.
There's no
necrophiliac too. Nice.
There's no children in mine.
He's not done yet. So.
Okay. Did we do spoilers yet, or should I throw that up?
Pop it up.
All right.
Steak,
Here we go.
I'm mailing that Whataburger autograph to you now. So. Here we go.
Okay.
So I gotta say it. I know I already said it, but Bride of Caesar, Malignant 2. It's gotta happen. It's gotta fucking happen. And what I was alluding to earlier, this felt like Frank Henenlotter directed an X-Men Origins flick to me.
Okay, now would have raised my rating because it said that. Okay.
Yeah, like they gave him money and it's like, hey, just do it. And here's some Coke and
That's
just go
funny.
for it.
Now let me ask you, Dan, before we go into I know he's got some gore spoilers, but the message. How did you were okay with that?
Which message? Because there's actually a couple.
I'm pretty sure he means the my body, my choice.
Oh,
I'm in charge. Is that not it?
I wasn't beating you over that.
Women getting a vote? Okay.
No, what I thought was beating you over head.
That's what I thought you might have meant too. So
no. If you beat your women, they will become a monster and kill you. So,
so be nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was an anti-woman beating.
I was like,
movie.
are you going domestic violence or are you going abortion? Because but it's not beat you over the head with
don't beat your pregnant wife.
I want to see a movie about that though. Like that could have veered off. Like I'm tired of you letting my babies die. Well, maybe you stop beating me, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's what I said that out loud as the fucking movie was going. I was like, yeah, well, she probably keeps miscarriaging because you're beating the shit out of her, cracking her skull against the fucking wall. You fucking piece of shit.
But it's all his fault because he domestically abused her and woke the demon up inside her.
Well, technically, it wasn't his fault because Gabriel was the one being the abortionist.
Because she didn't listen? Is that what you mean? It wasn't her fault?
I mean, we can land there.
I'm pretty sure if you've got that growing on your back, it'd just be like, late term. So it's all good. I'm not going to delve too much into this, and then we're all going to get canceled.
I should have said this before spoilers, but like, there's two movies it reminds me of. I'm only going to say one. No, I'm not even going to say it. One of them we're fucking. It's going to be involved in Slashtober, so keep a lookout for that.
Dead Trap.
I wasn't going to say it, but yeah.
We're in spoilers.
But we haven't spoiled that movie yet. But High Tension also. That reminds me of High Tension.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, but see, Puggs, that's just as bad as saying Evil Dead Trap, by the way.
True, but yeah, you're right.
And Evil Dead Trap's older.
But I more people have seen High Tension though, I think so.
Yeah,
but like I said, either way, we're not getting too specific.
Good valid point.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely happy to see douchebag boyfriend getting his fucking dude. The way his neck was broken was fucked. Like that was, and the bones sticking out of the skin. That was some sick shit.
I'm gonna pull up a comment that Punisher Batman fan said.
Fuck yeah, he's one of mine. Apparently, the creepiest
On
part
the
of the
back,
film,
yeah,
was Emily's lifeless face on the back of the head during the third act.
yeah, I agree with the way her eyes were rolling in the back of her head, and she was kind of almost convulsing.
Also, Batman comes first before Punisher, but I'm not gonna get mad. We're on the same level.
I also I really liked the scene when the doctor, she gets bludgeoned to death with her award that I'm assuming wins for getting rid of the fetus thing, and he beats the shit out of her with it and then makes it his own weapon. So I thought that was fucking awesome. And then that one dream sequence where she's killing the old dude that's sleeping in the bed, or Gabriel is killing, and just the way the blood was squirting out and that whole imagery of just him stabbing the shit out of him was fucking awesome. And then the aftermath gore we got of the face after, I thought that was fucking great.
Do you like Guado? Do you have anything about Guado? The Guado scene where the fucking arms are on the back?
Dude, it's so disgusting. Like, my head was actually going somewhere completely different. I would thought like maybe she was like a conjoined twin or something. And like, they got separated at birth, and that's why Gabriel's face was all fucked up. But I'm fine with fucking it being a tumor. I mean, that was fucking awesome. Just the imagery of Gabriel on the back of her head with the fucking arms and just the mangled fucking teeth, and it's fucking disturbing and eerie as fuck looking. And just the graphic detail they went into with the surgery scene too, I thought was like, Jesus Christ, like they're showing everything. That's fucking awesome. And then and just the way he was popping out of her head at the end. I mean, that shit's fucking disgusting. The way her skull fucking would open up, and
when the first time they show it popped out, it was like when she's pulling it open. That was so fucking.
It actually it reminded me of the scene we get towards the end of Censor, with the mouth fucking in the open wound. It reminded me of that a lot, but this honestly, in my opinion, was way fucking cool. I mean, I love that the way he was fucking moving when he would take over her fucking body, and her arms would snap back, and just the movement and the way like his body was twisted when he was killing. I just fucking loved the whole thing with him. And then the scene where she's in the jail cell with all the rapey looking fucking women, and she just beats the fuck out of all of them and kills the shit out of them. I mean, that was fucking awesome. I was so happy. I mean, this body count was high as hell in this movie. If there's anything,
let me remind you, I like Mortal Kombat. We get it, James Wan.
That was why Dan was okay with the woman beating everyone, because it was other women and it had demon strength. So he was like, I believe it.
Yeah, I want a fucking sequel, man. Like, I don't know how you would do it.
Dan just nailed it. He becomes the next wisecracking fucking.
It's like right. It's like right there. I mean, I'm not saying it goes that far, but
I think it should.
It's gonna go like
Gabriel's gonna get some new jokes and start murdering the fuck out of people. Yeah, I will come around.
Did you? I almost wanted to see. Well, I would have made it a whole different movie, but I kind of hope. I don't know. I kind of wanted to see the actual tumor on the back, like detach just once and get an old school basket case type thing. It would have changed the whole movie. So
that's for the sequel, Dan.
It might have been too close to basket.
If we go full Helen Lauder, it could have fucked herself.
It would have fucked herself.
I was gonna say it could fucking just Gabriel can just become part of the fetus instead of eating it. But James Wan, you'll know what to do.
If you want comedy, have her like banging her new dude, and just all of a sudden you hear like another dude moaning, and the guy's just like, "What the fuck?"
All right. I got a spoiler question because I was because it leads into something. Okay. Do you consider this a Giallo, or as you would call a modern Giallo, a neo Giallo?
No, I would
No.
consider it a supernatural slasher. That's the
Yeah.
classification I give it.
I would go with supernatural slasher too.
Now, see, I'm with you. It has everything. Oh, Dan, go ahead.
I wouldn't, like, if you're a big Giallo person, say you got to go out and watch this. I mean, there's the look and,
Homages.
yeah, but no,
It's a
you're-
style. See,
Yeah,
there
you'd be
was-
leading somebody down the wrong path. if you
well,
just
it has
did
the police investigation.
Sure,
It
it's
has-
there, but
You can make the argument for it.
And that's the thing. Some people argue about Suspiria being a Giallo. I'm on the boat. It is not a Giallo.
it's
I
not.
argue about it being a piece of shit. So.
Oh, Puggs.
But you get what I mean. Like, Phenomena's another one. Creepers, another Argento one. I don't consider it a Giallo. Some people do.
Gallows.
Well,
I
some
know.
people think anything Italian is a
And
Giallo.
and there's a
it's-
whole show we could do on what is a Giallo, and like, because there are different people. And I want to.
I've done a whole series on
Yeah.
Gallows.
Well, no, not about that. Just like, but anyway.
You know,
A lot of-
we addressed it in the opening
Yeah.
episode.
A
we did,
Giallo
but we
is
didn't
not
deep
even
dive it.
necessarily
Oh.
a slasher. I mean, it's
That's
early,
also true.
like,
Well, that's
What do you mean
pulpy,
it's-
pulpy crime stuff. It doesn't have
That-
to be. I mean,
That's where the Giallos actually started, but then
yeah,
everyone
a
started
lot are
focusing on the
both.
murderers and the,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's why
Yeah.
slasher fans gravitate towards Giallos because
yeah, a
it
lot
has
are
a
both,
slasher figure.
but yeah, it doesn't have to.
That's what I'm saying. There's a whole discussion on that because
Yeah,
there's different category. But my answer is I do not. There was at one point it could have been because
Yeah.
about halfway through I'm like, okay, if she's imagining the flickering or anything, and she's actually the one doing the killing, it would be a Giallo. But because of the way they handled it, I don't think it is. Because even though it was her, it wasn't her, so it's still supernatural.
I think between that and like the one thing that like kind of, and it does kind of touch because some Giallos do this too, but the way Gabriel was talking through the radio and stuff, and like how like jokey, wisecracky he kind of got towards one area, like that's kind of where I was like, yeah, my mind went to Freddy too, and I was like, yeah, it's more supernatural slasher than a Giallo.
yeah.
Well,
But
the
it's
Daily Ghost said he's just tuning in, but he thought this flick was a steaming pile.
Nice.
A steaming
Mud
mud
pie?
pile. Yeah.
It's
It's
gonna be
gonna hit
all
it.
over the map.
Yeah, it's gonna hit
Yeah,
everywhere.
you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. I think this is gonna be one of the most split movies.
I think this can go the whole spectrum. I think people are going to land in the middle too.
Yeah, because
Kinda
I'm in the middle, really close. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think really like being totally like this was not what I was expecting at all. It helped it a little bit, probably by a half star, I'd say. But you know.
That fact that it just goes fucking crazy bonkers, I think is going to turn people to like a lot of hardened critics. I think a lot of people are going to like it. Like upper actual.
I'll maintain he made the film he intended to make.
Yeah,
And-
that's
Punisher
what.
Batman fan brought up a good point, but this could fall in the whole high tension thing. Puggs, you want to read that for us?
Punisher Batman fan. Was there a plot hole with Gabriel calling while Emily was in the police station? No, because he has the fucking powers.
Yeah, he has ESP.
Yeah, making her. Yeah.
So no.
Yeah, he's got like telekinetic abilities, and she
Ooh,
didn't
little
have.
Patrick.
Yeah, and she didn't have like access to the abilities until later on in the movie.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm actually curious to what James Wan's commentary would be on this, because I felt like there was a part in there where her sister was like, Gabriel's been eating your babies, and that's when she was able to make the switch. So I think there was maybe something that was not, just out there and under the surface of her maybe feeling bad for him. I don't know.
I think Kruger would have been happier if he would have just shot his sister in the face.
Well, so let me tell you, I got a little bit of fantasy booking here, because I'll tell you one way this would have got a straight up 5 for me, because the ending I thought that was I was like, oh, this is too fucking ho hum, everything's hunky dory bullshit. I wanted her to shoot her sister in the fucking face, and then her to come back and then blow her own fucking brains out, and then the final shot of the fucking movie, Gabriel's eyes open up in the back of her head. Boom. There's your fucking sequel.
That would have worked. I was actually almost thinking she was just gonna just like
Rip 'em
tear it
out?
Yeah, and come
just-
out.
I like the gun in the mouth. You just let her sister watch her while she kills herself. I love you.
Yeah.
Nirvana.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think that would have been a way better ending. And like but it blew, dude. This shit, like, it really blew my fucking mind just because of what my expectations were going in. So I say, you're right. She was zoned out why that was happening. Yeah, he was still. Sorry, I didn't mean to fucking interrupt you, Puggs.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, she was zoned out in the thing, and I think he was like. That's why she gave him the phone too, and that whole situation. But I think the whole thing was like Gabriel had ESP, and she didn't realize that she technically had it too until the end of the movie.
I would have been cool with that suicide ending, but it fails, and then she looks more fucked up than.
Gabriel takes over.
No, she just looks. She's alive, but she looks even more fucked up.
Man, I would love her to kill herself, and Gabriel takes over the body like permanently.
Yeah.
Then he
But
can have a
that's what-
baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, fucking, you have her kill her consciousness, and then the second one, you just have it be a straight slasher, and he has this fucking rotted corpse on the back. I mean,
So
that
we
would be
haven't-
amazing.
We haven't mentioned the mom tied up in the fucking attic and conveniently falling while the cops are there.
Oh, that, and also it was pretty convenient and dumb too. That it's like, oh, I'm in this giant building I can just walk into, and here's the videotapes and the files and everything. There was a lot that was kind of.
I was like, who the fuck parks their car like that on the fucking ledge of the goddamn mountain?
Dude, that bothered the fuck out of me.
I was like, I don't even want to walk as close.
You're gonna fucking fall, bitch.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Okay, glad it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
It bugged the fuck out of me.
I forgot about that. But yeah, that well, one time Evil Ed parked by a cliff and my door swung over just a tip. But I was like, dude, we're gonna drive over. No, we're not. I can see the bottom, you motherfucker.
Dude, I would have had a heart attack because I
wasn't happy.
I've flipped my car off of something. So like that, I get terrified when it comes to like cliffs and shit.
You would have panicked though. 'Cause I got loud with him.
Yeah, no, dude. Dude, you can't have me in the car around that shit. I just close my eyes, or I'll start yelling at motherfuckers. But I think another thing for this movie, back on Malignant, like the one thing that this movie does in the final act too, and this works for me anytime you'll fucking do this, is they just bring a bunch of disposable characters in to fucking just kill the living fucking shit out of them all at once. And I don't know what it is about that. It happened in We Are Still Here, and it worked for me there, and it worked for me now. And I don't know, maybe that's the key to success for me, is bring in a bunch of fucking disposable characters and kill as many people on screen as possible.
Here comes a short bus. Oh no. All murdered.
That would have been a 5.
I would have given it a 5.
Trick or Treat does it right. But yeah, so I love this. I really got to get to the theater and check this out on the big screen, because I think it's worth it. I'm mad because like because I've done this twice now with these fucking HBO movies. Like I watch it at home and I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have went to go see it at the fucking theater now.
It's a crapshoot every time.
I was gonna say you won't do that with an upcoming one, but I'm not legally allowed to say which.
I don't think that we're gonna get a sequel though.
I don't either. And like, to be honest with you,
I do.
Oh, you think we
if
will?
he wants
Yep.
one.
I don't think James Wan will direct it, but I think they're gonna make a sequel.
My whole thing is this: if we get this, like, and this is just me being a fan of this movie. If we get a sequel, I really would like to either see James Wan write or direct it. Because if he doesn't, I feel like this could go. This is kind of I don't know, sacred territory for me. I don't want to see it go completely off the I would like it to go, Nightmare on Elm Street a little bit, but not completely off the rails like fucking Freddy's Dead. You know what I mean? I want parts maybe 1 through 4.
I mean, that actually seems like the logical progression with the way this one was, but I don't know. It's a different time, so I don't think they'll go.
I mean, my whole thing is
just get goofy with it.
my whole thing is I'm fine if we get there by the end of this run, but I want a couple of more sequels that are a little bit more akin to the tone of the first one. But
All right.
yeah.
We got a spoiler question, so why don't you ask this one, Puggs?
Punisher Batman fan. How do we feel about the killer's signature weapon? Not going to rank up there with Freddy's glove or Jason Machete, but pretty cool.
My big thing with the killer's weapon is the symbolization. The fact that it was a trophy that the doctor won for performing the procedure on him and getting rid of him and cutting the cancer out. I just thought the symbolism of that, and then him, I thought, originally, well, if he walks around with this as a weapon, it could work. But, he actually modifies it and sharpens it. And it's not just him walking around. Yeah. So
dope.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I mean, and that's one thing with killers. You gotta, or I think just with slashers, you need to have a good weapon of choice. I think some of the times if you neglect that, it's gonna hurt your movie. There's definitely some recent stuff I've seen over the past 2 years probably where the weapon is just generic as fuck. So yeah,
and it's hard to come up with a signature weapon now. I mean, really. Because, I mean, if you just have an axe, or even Jason just got like shoehorned in there with the machete. Because I don't think you can make that.
Yeah, but Jason, for me, Jason kills with so many other fucking things that he's not just like the machete guy.
But he is known for that.
Yeah, that's it.
But I mean, like, I don't think you can make that for someone now. Like this, they created the weapon. It's this weapon.
Yeah,
I honestly wasn't that impressed with it. It's cool. I like the backstory, but like, it's cool.
I thought. Dan, what did you think? I thought it looked dope.
Yeah, I thought it. I haven't seen anything exactly like it, so yeah, I was good with that. And I'm kind of curious if we ever did see him separated, how that will flow. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, hey, the box office has been weird. Shang-Chi ended up doing better than they expected, so who knows? Maybe this will.
My one idea, and I'll say let's save this idea for like Malignant 3 or 4, but fucking he separates finally from Madison's body and he gets like some fucking crack whore that he supplies with like crack or heroin or some shit fucking to carry him around in the basket so he can go out at night and kill it and just make it like a spiritual basket case remake.
Full headliner.
That's how you would save it totally. Like I said, a second watch, I might not even be as generous with this one as I was, but
that's what I can't tell right now either.
I can go either way.
Yeah,
I think it can.
Yeah, I'm so surprised.
I'm having a fucking blast talking about it though, so that's cool.
Yeah, my whole thing with you, Puggs, is I'm so surprised because like I know you, like I do. I love like baby fetus. Fucking nasty violence. So this tumor fetus monster, I thought like, that's all you. But you did say you liked that part of the movie, so
I do. But I expect a lot, unfortunately, from James Wan. So I think I fucked myself on that.
Yeah, I had like
every time for me.
Even though I've liked his
Vin
past.
Diesel should have been the tumor.
It's all about family, man.
No, it fucking fits too.
Can we have him in the sequel as the rapist of the mother? Family.
The killer does look a little bit like Paul Walker. It does.
I mean,
later,
yeah,
Ooh, that's gonna get you canceled.
Dude, as he was driving, Gabriel came on the fucking radio.
Oh my god. Fucking homegirl was sunbathing at the beach. I think. Oh my god, that's fucking perfect. R.I.P. Paul Walker. Gabriel
Joyride and Running Scared are fantastic films. So
Monsters in the Closet. Come on, don't leave trauma out of this. Monsters.
Tammy and the T-Rex.
I don't know.
Yeah, there we go.
I do like Tammy and the T-Rex, but I'm gonna say he made 2 excellent movies. Running Scared is the best.
Well, yeah, no arguing here.
But yeah, fucking just fetus monsters always fucking will get me and make me fucking happy. So I wasn't expecting that at all in this movie. So yeah, give me more if James Wan's down to write or direct. But if not, I'm okay with us leaving it too. I'm not something that like I need to have a sequel for, but
well,
we need more slasher icons. Just saying.
That we do.
I mean,
we definitely fucking do.
Oh, God.
Depending on the box office, though, Gabriel could become one.
Yeah,
Weird,
I don't know if
weird
he
fucking
has.
world we live in.
I don't know if he has the potential to be like an Art the Clown. You know what I mean? But like, but I mean, again, Art is one of the most polarizing, I think, slasher icons we've gotten in fucking.
Here's the thing too, because I know I'm kind of alone in this, but I fucking like I know what you did last summer. That movie got 3 fucking movies.
Yeah,
This is easily gets a sequel.
Yeah. I'm sure I'd probably like it more than that.
I know what you did last summer, though. Did pretty huge box office. I
It's
don't
opening
know.
day, homeboy.
We'll see. I don't know.
It's also James Wan, dude. Like that carries a lot of fucking weight, dude.
Yeah, no,
Now, back in Death Sentence, he didn't have shit. Like you did Saw, but that was about it. Now with Aquaman and Fast and Furious in his fucking bag.
Yeah, I'll tell you
my shit, or I'll go somewhere else.
I'll tell you what. That new fucking Aquaman, since I heard him talk about the Planet of Vampires thing, that's like one of my most anticipated releases. I mean, I'm really excited for that movie, big time, considering how much I like the first Aquaman. So
can't wait to see
also,
Amber Heard back on the big screen.
Team Heard. Anyway, HBO Max does need originals. So it could go straight to there too. It might not even be like straight like to the box office because we're gonna get like 10 of them a year or something like that. Punisher, Batman fan. My guess is the box office will be really bad, but can HBO numbers save the franchise? There we go.
Good point.
I think we're all right. You won't see James Wan direct,
but
maybe.
But let's look at like Conjuring numbers. They're good for the budget, and this could be good for the budget even in the pandemic, because it's not like $1 billion movie.
No. But it's not a cheap movie. I mean, that third act, dude, they spent more than normal, I think.
Again, James Wan money.
How much was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. Because like there was a lot of gore effects that I were not expecting at all. I mean, there's plenty of CG too, but as far when it came down to the deaths, it was a mixture. It was more like there's practical stuff and then it's being enhanced by CGI, which does look decent most of the time. There's some scenes where it's a little dodgy.
The movement though, I think was an artistic choice. I just think he wanted to tap into that uncanny valley. Why does this look like that? I'm uncomfortable because that's what it was doing for me.
We don't have a budget. We don't have a budget yet. No.
Okay. All right.
But
whatever it is, times it by 3.
Yeah. I'm definitely fucking like when this comes out on Blu-ray. I hope it gets a 4K, and if it does, I'll definitely be grabbing it. So,
you can go either way. Conjuring 3 got a 4K, so should be good.
Conjuring movie.
None of the others have a 4K except for the Nun.
Really? Oh my god.
Did Curse of La Llorona get an overseas? I couldn't remember.
Maybe, but I didn't.
I mean, it got a regular Blu-ray. I know that.
No, I mean 4K overseas.
Oh,
it could have.
Maybe not.
And when they're done with the series, they're going to release a big 4K of the whole fucking shebang.
I know. It'll happen. All right. I know. I can't wait for Annabelle Comes Home in 4K.
You're out of your mind.
Todd, before we leave, spoilers, you said to remind you about a Halloween rant. Which I guess
good job.
No, it wasn't even a rant. It was just...
So the spoilers don't need to be up for that, though?
No, it's not about the movie. It's about me being able to hold out. Because I was talking about Halloween Kills. If it drops at midnight on Thursday and I can't see it theatrically till Friday morning, well, I make it. So I'll tell you this story. When I received a very early work print of Halloween 8, which we might talk about one day, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pop it in and check the quality.
Yeah, you're not gonna do that.
I got a hard on from the opening scene, and I was like, I'm watching this whole fucking thing right. Because my idea was, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna wait for everyone. We'll watch it on Saturday.
Halloween Resurrection.
Yes. And one day when we talk about why that opening gave me a hard on, you'll know because it's not in the release version.
There's more to it, yeah.
Yes, there's
Bianca. Only saving grace about that movie.
Busta make you bust.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
See, here's the thing. Okay, I'll give you guys a sneak preview because I did bring this up. It's less Buster Rhymes. He's barely in it. He's more of a supporting character. It's more about Decker, and we get to see Tyra Banks dying on screen. Who cuts out Tyra Banks' death? Who doesn't want to watch that? Well,
And
I
that's
guess
not available anywhere, right?
No.
Officially.
no.
I guess we're all going to Todd's house for this.
Okay, see, Visited by Voices knows the opening home movie. Here, I'll throw
That's Lauren. What's up, Lauren?
the home movie opening of Halloween Homecoming is an improvement. That's the scene I'm talking about, but not the Halloween Homecoming version, because that one is basically just the opening and the ending. There's a completely alternate version. Halloween 8 is what it's been known as. That
I mean, percentage. Like, how different is it? I mean, significantly.
it is Halloween 6 different.
Okay, so producer's cut. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say its percentages are about the same, because I want to say that was like 40 or 60%. Well, maybe it wasn't that high, but whatever it's dramatically different. That to me, I don't know why. Sorry, old Harvey made the wrong choice for once in his life, and always says when it comes to Halloweens.
We're getting serious now.
God damn though. I even different. I don't know if I want to subject myself again, but I would. To see the cut.
Yeah, but yeah, the opening that he was talking about. That's what I couldn't hit stop after that.
Jesus.
Could not. Yeah. So,
Well,
all right.
in a year or so, we'll get that done.
No. Well, I'll talk later.
Okay.
All right. Well, we got anything else on Malignant?
No.
Nope. Be sure to, again, guys, tons of Halloween content coming your way, and Patreon. There's going to be a lot of bonus content for you. So check us out. Patreon.com/FleshWoundFeatures.
All right. Link in description.
There you go. All right. With that being said, gentlemen, let's get the hell out of here. Mr. Dan.
Good night, guys, and Iris loves you.
Mr.
Good
Todd.
evening.
Stay sick, motherfuckers.
I'll see you in Disneyland.